Yeah, my name's Ross Stenhouse, and I am the film producer, sound engineer, director, producer, and every other position that's ever been created in the film industry. I'm a quiet achiever at Music Gig Productions. This is my story. A long time ago, and I mean when I was a teenager, I played in a few bands, but I gave up being a performer when I was 19, I think it was. I worked in IT. I started out working for the Department of Civil Aviation and Electronics and Communications, so that's where all my technical skills come from, and it's fortunate that I got all these technical skills, IT skills, now music skills. I'm just a technician, not a songwriter, not a musician, and I know how to record music, but not how to compose it. The history of Music Gig Productions setup is that there was an existing room which I'd created about 15, 20 years prior. It had been a garage, but I converted it into a studio for my son Bart and his mates who were going to the local high school, and he was doing music subjects at that high school, to practice in. And they had like a garage band, and one of those guys is a guy called Nick Quigley, whose family ran a business called Jazz Music Institute, which is now a university and a major one. And they were only like 14. They came here and they practiced. Now, Nick Quigley is now the CEO. He's a big wheel in the jazz world, and he started out in this very studio. And he's been back several times. In 2015, I had bowel surgery because I had bowel cancer. After 2 years of going up to the hospital very, very regularly, I gradually got over that, and I ended up being very, very deeply depressed. And I had to do something to get me out of that depression, and my son Bart suggested that I film musicians to utilise the existing skills that I had. And I had said to him, I don't think anybody want me to do something like that. And he said, you'd be surprised. And so I advertised on social media, and lo and behold, a few people came, and that's how I got started. I've filmed over 500 musicians. They come in here all the time. I used to have to advertise a lot, but now they contact me. I get repeat business now, and I just contact people who I've filmed before and say, do you want to come back? Yeah, sure. It just feeds on itself, and I enjoy it because I only do this for fun. I meet so many people. The youngest musician I filmed was 8 years old when she came here, and the second youngest was 13, and that was in 2017. The reason she came to be was because she was being bullied at school, and by coming here it gave her confidence. I like to think that it's positive. I think that in the background they talk to each other and they say, oh, you should go along and contact this guy. So they're talking about me, and when they talk about me, I think they're talking about the quality of my work, not about the fact I do it for free. So that seems to be the lesser thing, that people are just talking about the quality, not about the fact that it's free.
This time they said it was for real. The
music I mix is of an equal standard to a recording studio. I mean, I suppose the hourly rate for the service I provide is probably around $1,000 an hour. So if they're here 4 hours, that's $4,000, and I don't think those people can afford that sort of money. They're probably not going to go to a recording studio. Besides, I don't think I know of any other one that actually films musicians performing. There's ones that record and make albums, but I'm not aware of any others that actually film musicians.
Time of year, while Rose was thinking of another.
Right from the very beginning, I've always done film and sound together. I've been to film school. I started filming and then I thought, I've got some shortcomings. I need to improve my skills. So I went to Griffith Uni Film School and I produced documentaries. I made a number of short films. I learned how to write film scripts. I did a number of other subjects. And then I thought, I got about halfway through and I thought, getting too old for this. And I've already got a couple of master's degrees from Griffith University, and I thought, do I need a third one? No. And so I dropped out. And I sometimes think about going back, but then I think, no, what's the point? I've written quite a number of film scripts as well. I've written one on PTSD, which I'd like to produce sometime. I get my recognition through word of mouth. And that's important to me. It's about making a quality product and having the musicians appreciate what I do. And their appreciation gives me great satisfaction. Well, I got the name from somebody. He called people Stump. His next door neighbour used to get really agitated. One day he saw the guy without his shoes on, he only had half a foot. If I put Ross Stenhouse, nobody'd ever remember it. And so I used an unusual name that everybody would remember. And people call me Stumpy. Pity I can't spell. That misspelling was meant to be dwarf, as in the 7 dwarfs.